welcome back to my channel. My name is Pika and I do fragrance reviews. So welcome back everyone. How are you guys? How are you guys doing? We are still in lockdown here in the UK, so please still pray for us. It's already felt like quite a long time, and well, to be fair, us perfume addicts will make any excuse to still wear perfume. And before we get into this video, guys, like and subscribe, because I always forget to say that, and genuinely it does really help with my channel, much more than you guys think it does. It helps with my visibility, it helps other perfume addicts find me and me find perfume addicts. So really hope that you will enjoy this video. In today's video, it's going to be a little bit different. It's not a list video, thank God for that, because I just kept doing list video after list video and I was like, oh, I'm getting quite tired after this.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad!
But this time I'm going to be doing my most favorite fragrances this month, or just in general at the moment. These are fragrances when I pick up, I can't put down. These are fragrances that if I was a drug addict, these would be my drugs of choice. So yeah, gosh, how do we start this video? So I'll start off with the one that has become almost like an everyday scent for me, and that is Kayban by YSL. This is from the Le Vestiaire collection. Sorry guys, I just love doing French accents. So this one is quite very unique in the sense that although it has a set, I guess, pyramid of different notes, it doesn't really smell exactly how you would expect it to. So it contains things like elemi, olibanum, is that how you pronounce it? Olibandum, something like that. Osmanthus, pink pepper, sandalwood, tonka, and I believe a bit of rose. What I get from this overall is, oh my gosh, it's just so good. It's a creamy, very creamy sandalwood, slightly resinous but coconut scent. I feel like probably the elemi with the sandalwood and with the osmanthus has created a coconut smell. And it's not the type of coconut smell that you'd find in tropical beachy scents, because normally I'm not a fan of like sunscreeny tropical scents, if I'm honest. I like it more on the tropical side where it has like yellow florals and different things, whereas this, wow, this is just gorgeous. Very creamy, woody, resinous and coconutty. So this is a great everyday fragrance for me. I've been wearing it a lot and it's just really comforting. I mean, you could already see how much I've worn, and I have a big collection, guys, so for me this is a lot. So that is Kayban by YSL. So guys, the next fragrance that I have is a new addition of mine, and I did discover this last year when the shops were still open, and I discovered this in Selfridges. A gorgeous guy called Francis, he helped me out to pick out this fragrance, but sadly I wasn't able to buy it from him because by that time Selfridges had shut. And I mean, luckily I still have his email address, and this fragrance did pop up on the Selfridges website, so I bought it pretty much straight away. And Francis, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I promise that I'll buy another fragrance from you once we're back to normal. So this fragrance is called Melits from Loewe, and this is from their Un Paseo por Madrid line. So obviously it's a Spanish brand, you guys, and Melits, just reading from this, is the name given to Madrid by the Arabs, a strategic and heroic fortress tirelessly defended against the enemy by its robust walls. Really cool. This has to be one of the best discoveries of last year for me. I fell in love as soon as Francis sprayed this. And by the way, check out Francis at Selfridges in London, guys. He is the plug. When I got sprayed this all over my hand, I legitimately could not stop smelling this. It was so beautiful, so rich as a citrus white floral scent, richer than I was ever expecting, if I'm honest, because normally I love white floral and citrus scents, as you guys know, but sometimes they're not very deep. It really depends on the perfumer, depends on the house and how it's being curated, to be fair. This one, on the other hand, guys, first of all, look at the lids. Can you catch that? It is so gorgeous. And then the sprayer too. Oh, Lord. I love this packaging so much. So what does Melits smell like? So in the beginning, oh my God, sorry, I just had to say it, oh my God. So in the beginning, you get grapefruit and passion fruit. So it has this tangy opening. So it is quite fruity and sweet in the opening with that grapefruit and passion fruit, but it's not overwhelmingly sweet and it's not artificial smelling. It's quite photorealistic. And then comes in the most gorgeous orange blossom you've ever smelled in your life. Imagine Saffronade by Parfums de Marly, times that by like 5. That's how realistic this orange blossom is. It's absolutely to die for. Followed by this really creamy jasmine, very creamy, beautiful, enveloping, soft jasmine, which the orange blossom and the fruits kind of just sit on as a platter. And then right at the base, you get a very slight ambery sweet touch. But overall, the orange blossom is the main player in this fragrance. It's absolutely to die for. Very stunning, very photorealistic, and in some ways quite mouth-watering. I absolutely love orange blossom and white florals in general. So for this beauty right here, it was quite a punch. It packs a punch, this one. It has a very, very slight soapiness, but it really works well with this fragrance. It's not overwhelmingly soapy either. It's just gorgeous, deep, white floral, orange blossom, fruity goodness. So that is Melits by Loewe. The next fragrance that I have is one that I talk about a lot, and I honestly don't mean to come across as repetitive. This is literally crack for me. As I said, I mean, if I were to pick a drug of choice, this would be my main drug. This is French Leather by Memo, and recently I saw a video from Felix. I'll put her channel just here, and she said that I always kind of nearly push her over the edge in terms of getting this fragrance. We're going to be the sacrificial lamb for this video. I just have to bring it up again. It's absolutely to die for. Wow. Wow. It's woody. It has a very bright opening with lime and this red rose, which is very dry but has a greenness right in the background. It's almost like you can smell the thorns, the stem of the flower of the rose. It's not just your petals, it's everything in between. And then comes in this absolutely to die for suede accord. And the suede accord has like a muskiness to it. It's not animalic, which I really appreciate. And it's just incredibly enveloping. It's soft, it's plush, it's just wow. So if you've never tried this fragrance, guys, please try it. And it's pretty much like a all-season fragrance, if I'm honest, because that bright opening really cuts through the cold and through the warm weather as well. So you could practically wear this both in the summer, fall, winter and spring. So that is French Leather by Memo. The next fragrance is again a new addition to my family, and a really good friend of mine who's also a perfume addict. Girl, you know who you are. You hooked me up with this fragrance, and guys, oh Lord, I'm so happy. You can see on my face, I'm so happy to have this in my collection because I first smelt this maybe a year ago when I was perusing around in Selfridges. And I asked the guys from Xerjoff, there's usually a singular guy who works for the Xerjoff counter in Selfridges. He's really helpful actually. I'd check him out if I were you. And he had all of the Xerjoffs lined up and then this exclusive one called JTC 400, which is Join the Club 400. And this fragrance was specifically made for Selfridges from Xerjoff. And this is how it looks like. I hope to God that I don't drop this. Ah! Right, so it lies in this bed. It's just sleeping. The baby is sleeping. And if I showed you the bottle, guys, gosh. But it is very pricey. So that's why my friend, when she hooked me up, I was really happy about it because, wow, this fragrance is very, very pricey. Yeah. So this is called, as I said, JTC 400. And although the bottle is blue, if you guys saw, it's kind of like a goldeny juice, and that is practically how I feel about this fragrance. It's very mysterious. It's not for the faint of heart. This is a very, very unique fragrance, and not a lot of people will like this. How does it smell like? This to me is a gingery, very dark Manuka honey with very strong heady florals like ylang, and I think I smell jasmine. I really do smell jasmine, but jasmine isn't listed here, which I find really strange. So the jasmine to me is very, very, very prominent, but it's just a dark, mysterious, heady, vintage, almost a chypre fragrance. It has, so it first opens with these bright citruses, which are quite juicy, quite sweet. And then once the honey comes in, everything darkens, like everything just darkens down. This honey is almost animalic. It's very prominent. So if you guys are not fans of honey, this is not a fragrance for you because it is very prominent in here. And then I get a really big dose, as I said, of that jasmine, really big dose of this creamy ylang, ylang in the background, and then comes in this beautiful cedar. So overall, even though I think it's listed as an oriental, I almost find this as like a oriental chypre, even though it doesn't have labdanum. I think it might have like that labdanum, oak moss. It doesn't have the main notes that you would find in a chypre fragrance, but this is vintage style, very obnoxious. Wow, this is absolutely to die for. So that is JTC 400 from Xerjoff. So the last one that I have also should not come as a surprise, and ever since I picked this one up, I just can't stop smelling it and I can't stop wearing it, especially in the winter, this winter. Side Effect by Initio. My bottle is already like scraped and thrown around and like Jesus. This is a very, wow. Sorry, I just had to go. So this is a very creamy tobacco with vanilla, rum and cinnamon. It's a little bit boozy, not overly boozy, and I love boozy scents. The vanilla gives it a really beautiful creaminess, whereas the tobacco gives it a bit more depth and again a little bit of sweetness. It almost is like a piped tobacco. This is a very addictive scent. It almost smells like it has like Hedione or Ambroxan in here. It's very projecting, it just whirls around you like this enveloping scarf. It really does. And it's super dark and mysterious, but also light. It's very hard to describe, but if you really like tobacco-y, vanilla-y, spicy, slightly smoky scents, this is the one for you. So that is Side Effect from Initio. Right guys, I really hoped that you enjoyed this video. I certainly did. I always like doing these kind of videos for you guys. And yeah, give it, again, like and subscribe. Don't forget, I can see who subscribed to me. I'm only joking, I don't stalk you guys. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I shall catch you in my next one. Bye guys.